Tight on the landing ground.
Thank you for joining us. You're listening to A Radio, and this is the Morning Minute. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. Okay, I want to read you a little article. I'm sorry for the rattling, but it's on a piece of paper. It's entitled The Forced Death of a Rural Business. For 47 years, a family-run institution in this village has survived major fire, recessions, and many other things. But the owner has now succumbed to crushing hydro bills, high taxes, and government regulation. Last month, their hydro bill was $7,000 for 1 month in a small convenience store in Ontario. $7,000 a month. But her hydro bills averaged $2,000 to $3,000 a month. She said, "They kill you. They kill the little guy," she said. The hydro rates which cost a quarter of that just a few years ago. On top of the hydro bill are property taxes of close to $4,000 a year in a small country village. On top of that, another $1,000 a month for her 2 full-time and 1 part-time employees. The government regulations and the harassment by the tobacco police who enforce provincial cigarette laws are a factor as well. When she poured her life into this business, she really means that literally. Her parents owned the store in 1970, and then she worked 7 days a week from the age of 9, spending weekends, summers, school holidays with her parents in the store. She said it was impossible to compete with $20 a carton for First Nations cigarettes sold on the street corners in this town, when she has to sell her legal cartons of cigarettes for $100. Even $100, she makes 20 or 30 cents profit on a complete pack. At 20 cents, I have to sell a lot of cigarettes. And with the cost of electricity being what it is, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Well, let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, this is not the only place. This is just a small example of what's happening all over this province and all over this country. And I think it's indicative of what I've been saying before. And this is an example of the UN Agenda 2030, to be honest with you, and Agenda 21 prior to that. They're trying to destroy the small villages and force people out. The cost of electricity is going through the roof. The cost of administration is going through the roof. The cost of pensions and such like going through the roof. These regulation police who come along are totally out of control. This person's been going for 47 years in a small village, and now there's nothing left. Do you really think that's by accident? Because I don't. They don't want people in villages. They want us all squeezed into high rises like downtown Toronto. If you think this is important like I do, I think it's sad. Then maybe we should try and do something about this. We need to stop this. We need competition in this country. And with the socialist Marxist state that this country is turning into, it's going to be very, very difficult to get it. But I think there's a change coming. I feel it in the air. I feel it talking to people. There's a change. People have had enough. You can find more at aradio.wordpress.com. I am very pleased to announce that thanks to you for following us on Spreaker.com, that A Radio can now be found on iTunes under A Radio. Thank you, everyone. And I'm on Twitter at A Radio Canada. I'm also on Facebook at A Radio Canada. I am on Gab at A Radio. You can email me at aradiocanada@gmail.com. Please click the follow button on Spreaker.com. You can listen to all my morning minutes at Spreaker.com under A Radio. That's EHRADIO, A Radio. And please click on the like button. And you can also find all my podcasts and morning minutes at aradio.wordpress.com. And click on the Morning Minutes tab.